Good morning. Today is a continuation of my study sort of for the Next World Tarot. Kind of an ad lib thing I'm doing right now. Today is the second day of the moon cycle. I'm kind of adding in with my study another new deck, the Wild Moon Lunar Phases deck by Tamed and Wild. I don't know if you missed that. A phone call came in. A junk call that I don't know. Wild Moon Lunar Phase deck by Tamed Wild. Today's card, Dark Moon, Sacred Stillness. Phase influence, meditation focus. Now that we've set our intentions, it is time to visualize them. Feeling the energy of their manifestation course through our bodies will create a powerful vehicle to usher these dreams into the physical world. History and lore. Although the second day of the astronomical new moon phase, many ancients did not consider this as part of the actual new moon phase, but rather the conjunction of the new moon's passage between the earth and the sun. Ritual, free writing. This is the art of allowing words to flow on the page without concern for quality or cohesion. Empty the contents of your mind and allow your higher consciousness space for expression. In this way, we both clear and create the mental and emotional space to receive what we need to seek to manifest. Herbs for this time are rosemary to clear energetic dross and allow energy to flow. I embrace sacred stillness. I am free. Okay, so we've got, and so I'm just continuing with the cards that haven't been drawn, and I've been keeping them in the order they were drawn, and I may look at what I've gotten at the end of the month. The first card drawn was the Five of Wands. And so now I will stack last Friday's cards here, and I'm going to go ahead and leave them in the stacks here, and we'll do a quick just cutting mix up of the stack, and first card for today is the Four of Cups. Reevaluate. Moon in Cancer. Four of Cups. Let's look at the book today. Cups. Four Cups. It feels as if she has been in the middle of this argument for centuries. The Four of Cups is strong but exhausted and unwilling to part with the quiet. She is happy now along the seaside, surrounded by her most comforting possessions. The Four of Cups asks you to question your exhaustion. Is it due to unhappiness, disinterest, or boredom? Living in a society so complacent with injustice, the Four of Cups asks you to transform your exhaustion into your own disengaged moment of accidental self-care. Starting fresh. Starting fresh. Start with starting. What do I do for me? I need to do. I need to do for me, doing me better. The home of action. Oh, why'd I leave this one behind? Page of Swords and the King of Swords. I had two swords come up together. The Page of Swords And the King of Swords came from beneath a shadow. I think my pen is dying. Action. Swords. Page of Swords. The Page of Swords cuts through the walls that divide us from privatized natural resources. She rallies the warriors and other purveyors of safety and truth, teachers, activists, and youth. She laughs when she's seen as a monster in the eyes of industry, environmental terrorists, and white supremacists. She rallies the Court of Swords as her affinity group, together ensuring a radical array of ancestral gifts in the front line of any revolution. The Page of Swords asks you to cut through the roles that are forced onto you. She asks you to speak your highest truth, fight your greatest fight, scam your greatest enemy, and rage with your fullest heart. Whose side are you on? And out of the shadows, we have the King of Swords. In valleys beyond the grid, the King of Swords overlooks their sparkle-clad community of creative trailblazers and rowdy insurgents. The king is equally sparkling, equally full of rage, but seated at the throne of knowledge. The king's armor is elegance and a staunch revolutionary ideology. The King of Swords represents unchangeable convictions or belief systems that may require painful compromise, but only for a minute. They remind us that every challenge may require the energies of temperance and the High Priestess, along with the king's conviction, as we learn to quiet our inner rage in moments where only poise can sustain our path to truth. The king asks us to regroup and feel the earth and the world between our feet. After every triumph and every respite from war, they build a fortress for us, an outdoor sanctuary that is both strong and autonomous. Whether we are learning from our actions or healing those of others, the king gives us space vast enough to both fuck up and learn. The King of Swords is both the raw knowledge that we acquire before accessing energy and the agency we acquire after reclaiming our bodies from trauma. The King represents a moment of truth that is stubborn but true. Knowing and doing. I know I should take better care of me, but doing it doesn't happen. of Pentacles. Redistribution. Moon in Taurus. The care I give needs to be lavished a bit more on me. And lastly, we have the King of Cups, the throne of movement. The King of Cups is the space between gentle and tough love. She runs on awareness of logic while maintaining a soft, open heart. She is a healer who fights through unlimited access to her highest self. The King asks you to instigate balance in your world of all the lessons manifesting in the next world. The King mastered a lesson that strengthens all others. She can navigate intellect and emotion without demeaning her own or anyone else's humanity. She asks you to articulate your wounds and your vulnerabilities in order to watch them heal. She asks that you be fully present for your creative and emotional investments, as they will eventually hold you. The King of Cups reminds us that we are the masters of our success. Honor your gifts while you trek for that internal voice that echoes the King's collected rage and unconditional love. Balance. Of care. Distribution. I need some two. There we go. I hope all of you are having a super Monday. Stay safe. Peace. Love you all. Toodles.